Everybody, it is late in the evening. It is like 1:46 a.m. Not that I think that'll stop people. If there are people in YouTube or Twitter watching this as we speak, hey, hi, feel free to come join us on YouNow. I may still pull the thing over like the screen over like I usually do, and just have Jackbox games because I'm not feeling like messing around with OBS right now. This must be the hissing sound they were talking about. That's my fan. Let's see who shows up. It's late, so I wouldn't be surprised if, like, nobody shows up. Because this is a lot later than I usually... usually do things. Oh no, there's Silver. Hello, Silver. Hello, Velchich. Long time no see. Hi. Melissa, how you doing today? Hope you're having a good day. Not a whole lot for the most part. Just finally decided to do a stream in like forever. I was going to do it earlier, and then of course I'm like, oh hey, you have 1,000,001 things to answer. You have 1,000,001 things to look at and take care of. And I'm like, well, so much for that. So much for that. Oh boy, this is gonna get good. Oh, this is gonna get good. Thank you for the 400 likes. Hello, BZ. Hello, all the regular and not so regular people. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. And no worries, I am planning on doing some Jackbox stuff. I may just bring the screen over like I've been doing, because I don't feel like messing around with OBS at the moment. Plus, for all I know, it probably would pop up for a little bit and crash like it had been. Plus, with all the freezing and stuff, I'm like, dude, I will mess around with that later. Oh, sorry to hear that, Kelly. That can get annoying. That can get really annoying. There are a lot more people up late at night than I would have expected, though. Because normally I do this a lot earlier, or I'm just starting to... Well, no, not quite wrapping it up. I'm usually wrapping things up in another, like, hour or two, and I never have, like, under an hour stream. Well, awesome, Silver, awesome. If so, everybody stop by our channel, because by the time that I'm done with this... Did I catch their... Someone sent me the link, I have not seen it yet. I'm sitting there like, damn, there are some of these people that I have not even heard about. So, okay. Someone sent me the link on it. I've been getting a lot of messages and a lot of different links and stuff, and I'm like, okay. Some of this stuff I have nothing to do with, some of this stuff I want nothing to do with, and I don't exactly know what's going on with some of the rest of this stuff, because anybody can approach you over the internet. Doesn't necessarily mean one thing or another, but I will give them their fair say, and see what they have to say. If it's just somebody looking to do more of the same, then I will probably have to pass. But, we'll see. We'll see. One is good, he is a bigger, long-time YouTuber. Everybody's bigger than me. I'm not sure if you're meaning me or Joy or whoever. Everybody's bigger than me. Let's face it. You've seen my editing skills. That's well, no, it's not probably. There's no probably to it. It's definitely the reason why. Okay. Okay, so... Yeah, editing skills and production skills like that, there's no... It's pretty obvious why I'm not like some huge YouTuber. That, and I never did figure out what the hell I want to do with my channel, and those two in conjunction generally mean, yeah, it's not happening, but that's okay. If I was, like, YouTube famous, I don't think I would honestly know what to do with it. It's good, it's fair, it's not made up. Well, cool. I guess I will give it a. I'm off tomorrow, so I guess I will give it some time and take a look at it then and see what it is. Actually, what I really love, someone did some memes, and the one that I liked, because I pitched the idea for like a Don Phil, which is the regarding the stalker thing, and I like to get back more into the humor and more positive side, and I'm sitting there going, okay, well, what about this? And then I actually did it, and now I'm sitting there going, damn it, I gotta find that suit. I gotta find that suit, because it actually... Those memes were spicy, but it's even got the perfect tagline, which is "Stay salty, friends." And I mean, I always say that I can rock a suit, but yeah, no, go to the dark side. Force lightning is very interesting to think about, but they keep stealing people's cookies, and I don't want to know what kind of cookies they're being given at this point. They probably should check up on those. Yes, stay salty, friends. Yes, perfect adaptation there. And, what is it? I don't always stalk people, but when I do, I don't send phone calls or text messages or private messages or... Wait, actually, no, I kind of suck at that. I'm like I am like the worst stalker alive. I'm just not that good at it. Oh, that, and it's really hard to kind of stalk somebody, like, from... Because stalking is, like, usually, like, hiding in people's bushes and shit. I don't even hide in my bushes. Actually, that's because I don't have bushes, and even if so, I wouldn't hide in them, because that's a good way to get wasps. That's a very bad thing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Wasps are bad. Stings are bad. No way. Hello, everybody! Hello! According to that logic, every mom on Facebook is professional stalker. They could be. I don't know. It's like a paternal instinct thing, maybe? I don't know. If they have to be, they could be. That's why you usually leave the moms alone. They're used to dealing with screaming kids and infants like 24/7. I don't know what you really think you can do to top that. Not a good idea. I just don't have I don't have the planning skills for any kind of stalking. I don't. That requires too much effort, and I can't even, like, put in enough effort to finish my Pathfinder campaign of, like, 4 years now? That probably does not look very good on me. Oh, I'm just not that good at that. And it's funny because, like, between that and then, like, when I did, like, activism and stuff, and people thought that I was, like, some crazy super hacker or something like that, I'm like, guys, I look at HTML and it makes my... I try to edit a web page and it makes my eyes get bigger than silver dollars. That's not happening. There are many things that may or may not happen. Me being some, like... professional super hacker is not one of them. Me being like some sort of super stalker, no, I wouldn't even do well as a spy. I'm not sure whether stalkers like below or above. Yeah, that's really looking good. Below or above that, but even still, that's not happening. Maybe singer, I don't know. I have to work with my voice a lot more so it doesn't sound like... Well, I can't say it sounds like crap. People say otherwise, but everybody says things over the internet. So, the most stalker thing I've done is think about stalking. Well, everybody can dream. I've seen worse things out of role-playing games. And even that's a lot more organized than I would ever really put into a character. I just have, like, the crazy sorcerer character that does, like, weird mischievous things and everybody questions their sanity. So, okay. In the guest queue. Oh, okay. Yeah, the one thing that I tend to ignore, first time back in a while, because, of course, I did that stream and I was trying to mess around with OBS, and that's still going, like, really weird and stuff. Oh, there's 2 people on my guest queue. Oh, good lord, I really am slipping. Me too. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, wait, there's 3? That's... Oh, good lord. Talk about getting behind. Oof. But, instead of pushing the orc off the cliff, you gently caress his back with your finger. The orc is uncomfortable. I've known someone that has actually played that out. And it was just as funny. Actually, in that case, the orc got a little bit too uncomfortable and, like, ran right off the side of the cliff. What's even funnier is the guy playing the character who was doing that, he ran right off after him, saying, "Wait, come back, my love, we're not finished yet." And I'm like, really? You're gonna run off the cliff? Yes! My character is very passionate about this. They both died. Yep. I don't know about people. People call me the weird one, and then I see everybody else and I say, shit, I got nothing on that. I'm like mundane compared to all this other shit. Worst you could do is say that I'm funny looking, even boring, and I might even agree with that one depending on the day. Mm-hmm. How would I feel about you ending out an invite to your stream? No, go ahead, you're fine. This is probably more people than have been in the stream in a long time. Yeah, we're all sort of weird. We're all very mad here. Welcome to Wonderland. Alright, let me guess. Velchich here. Yeah, I know, Silver. I say that all the time. About the funny looking thing, I am full of it every single time. Yes, I know. I am very aware of this. I do that deliberately, and I will admit it, to get everybody to laugh. It is a cheap laugh. I work it. It seems to work. Cool. Jim Bean. Oh God, is this the Jim Bean from chat? From Joy's chats? Is this the Jim Bean that's always trolling? Good Lord. Did you? It must be a slow night for you. I'm sorry, but if you're like planning on a pure hate joy fest, you're going to be really disappointed. Well, I mean, even if you do troll me and stuff, I mean, I'm just gonna laugh at it and play along with you. I tend to do that more often than not, especially once I realize that I'm being trolled. Sometimes I take things a little more serious than I probably should, and then after a point it's like, wait, no, I'm actually being trolled. Okay, let's have fun with this. I can work with that. Yeah, but I remember you, Jim. I remember you quite a while back. And of course, you know, hey, if it's trolls, all good. But I'm going to tell you right off the bat, one, if you're expecting a hate fest, then, sorry, you're going to be really disappointed. And two, if it gets excessive or disruptive, I'm sorry, but I will remove you at that point. I'm not going to put up with that. So, hey, even still, there is a certain limit. So, alright. Oh, you want to see my geckos? Hang on one second. I'm going to see if I can actually get them in a way that I can show them, because my stream just goes straight like this. Give me just a moment. I'm not sure how amiable they'll be, and one of them is a little more feisty than the other. And the bigger one of the two, he's actually starting to get a lovely shade of yellow. So he's actually getting a little bit bigger. I might actually bring Kitty Cat in a moment, too. One moment. This is like for so I can actually hear what I sound like. There are some Joy haters, some Joy supporters, it's a mixed crowd. Hey, that's okay. You don't have to like or hate me, it's all good. As long as it keeps civil in here. You can still think that I'm full of it, you can still hate my guts, but if you get a bit of a smirk and your day is a little better, cool. That's fine. The only people that I have banned from this so far were people that were deliberately fishing and looking to start shit. And quite frankly, I'm tired of that. They can keep that within their own community. No, Aaron, Aaron, I don't think anybody's ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. If I haven't said it before, welcome. Hello. Yes, I remember you quite well. No, you're not causing any trouble, so I got no beef with you. So, yeah, feel free to stay and welcome, because after I get through all this other random stuff, we'll probably be doing some stuff over Jackbox, and you're welcome to join. And that's whether you like Joy, whether you hate me, or anything like that, that's perfectly fine. You're still welcome to join, you're still welcome to play along. You know, what you think is what you think. Yeah, Jim, I know. That monster of a video was like 3 hours. I don't plan on doing any more of those 3-hour monstrosities. It sucks that it was that long in itself. And again, poor production. Jackbox, it's a party pack where if you have like a cell phone or something like that, you can dial in or to a browser or a tablet or something like that, and you can play along as the audience. So I bring my screen over, and then we all just kind of play along, and some of the games kind of vary. And you're right, Aaron. As far as I have ever seen in a stream, you are not causing trouble. You have not caused trouble in any of my streams, and I don't really think that you will. So again, that's why I'm saying, hey, it's cool. Please feel welcome here. So, the only people I wind up having a problem with are the people that decide to cross that line. But, whatever. They do them, I do me, y'all do you. And hopefully everybody still feels welcome. Now, I said I was going to grab my geckos here. They're not exactly the most camera receptive. So, give me a moment. I may need to take a moment to actually grab them. Especially the bigger one, because he's a little feistier. And now, what is going on? My notifications have all been blowing up today across multiple levels. It's like, guys, come on. Jeez, calm down. Just calm down. Alright, I will be right back. I keep saying that, but, sorry. What in the wide world of sports? And they're gonna hate me, because I don't even know where they're hiding right now. And the one is not gonna like me. Come out when he sees me take this off. Oh, there you are. Hi, baby. Are you in hiding? Hello, baby. I see you. It's okay. Alright, so let's start. Whoa, hello. Hey, easy. He's not used to me having picked him up in a while. Up. Easy. Hey. Easy, baby. Easy. Hi, you know me. That's right, I feed you. And you occasionally chase my cat. Yes, you do. Because you ain't putting up with anybody, no matter how big the kitty is. This, well, how you can see this. There we go. This is the younger of the two. That's, this is Bandit, because of the little bandit markings on the back that he has. And the older they get, they start to, hey. He's not liking me kind of move him around a little bit. He likes to, he's like, hey, what are you doing? There's stuff here I can explore. Oh, the gecko's awesome. No, I'm not putting the gecko in my mouth. That is not happening. This guy is cute. He's awesome. He's also very feisty. He's become a little bit the more social. He's the more active of the two. And, he's very, very smart. He's always watching his surroundings. And, oh yes, look at you and your little pretty eyes. You're a pretty-eyed little baby, aren't you? Yes, you like when you get petted. You don't always know what to make of it. He gets a little bit feisty. Yeah, he gets feisty. I feed him crickets. I feed these guys crickets. Sometimes I'll feed them mealworms here and there, but it's been mostly crickets lately. He's the younger of the two, and as they get older, their bands on their back and stuff turn into spots. And as you'll see with the next one that I'll show you, the older of the two, just a little bit older, he's a little bit bigger in size, and he's actually starting to get color in him. So, you can see the little tail there and how it's getting a little bit in the fat side. They store excess fat in their tails. And what I'm doing right here is the body warmth from my hands is actually like kind of calming him down a little bit. And of course I'm just gently stroking his head since I've been doing that ever since he was a little baby, so he can relax a little bit and know that he's okay. That it's not a predator trying to grab him. Because geckos can get very, very flighty, but he can also get, like, a little bit trying to bite and stuff. How long do they live? I think it kind of varies. I don't know off the top of my head. But I try to get whenever I get animals when they're very young, and I, train them in particular ways. Like, he's used to me petting him right now, and this is how he knows everything's going to be okay. He's used to the sound of my voice. It kind of varies whether I can hand feed him, because sometimes he smells the food in my fingers and tries to nibble on that. Hey, it's the Charmander! Good to see ya. Good to see ya. And, yes, I'm stroking his head and his neck, and as you can tell, he is just loving it. So, this is the younger of the two. This is Bandit. And I'm going to show you Spot in a moment. And I call him Spot because he has a very distinct birthmark on his back. And it just stayed that way even after his spots and bands and stuff changed. Yes, I'm going to put you back. And this guy's used to me. He'll hear me speak and he'll run up going, "Hey, is there food?" Alright. One moment. I'm going to bring you the other guy now. I didn't want to put them both at once. Yes, I'm going to put you back in now. There you go, baby. Now the real trick is going to be getting a hold of this other guy. Because he is not as sociable by far. But we'll see whether or not he wants to play along. Alright, my little friend. I know. Hey. Hey. Come on, it's okay. It's okay. It's alright. It's alright, baby. Yes, I know, I'm moving. I'm gonna keep you still in a moment. Easy, baby. Now this guy, this is the bigger of the two. As you can tell, he's not as sociable as the other guy is, so he's currently trying to bite me. He is biting me. Yeah, he didn't like the taste of me. Quite frankly, I'm not surprised. He doesn't have any teeth, so... As you can see, he can get a big jaw. Yeah, he is. You can see it here, he's actually getting some coloration, and as you see by my finger, there's that spot that's there. Right there, where my finger is, that's where he actually gives his name from. Yeah, I know, I didn't really taste that good, huh? I know, I'm sorry. I will put in a complaint for the chef for you. He is, like, giving me the ugliest face right now. He is, like, really... He is not happy. He is not happy with me. Like, you can see, he's, like, giving me that death glare right now. He's like, "Why did you pick me up? I was having a nap. Forget you." He's not as sociable. But yeah, this is Spot because of the little spot that's on the little birthmark on his back. He is the older of the two, and you can see how he's getting that lovely little yellow color that's in there. And so I'm just basically trying to calm him down. Oh, he's adorable. Very soon, before too long, I'm probably going to get a female to put in there with them, so they can actually breed. But that won't be right away. And when I do, it'll be an older female, probably. Yes, I know, baby. I'm sorry. I disturbed your sleep. I know you're not happy with me. I know. Easy, baby. He's still giving me the glare. So, these are my geckos. I've had them for... How long have I had them? Not quite a year. Oh, he is sassy. He's not as sociable. He used to be really sociable, but I haven't picked them up and worked with them in a while. So when that happens, they take on more wild personality traits. When you work with them constantly, then they tend to take on more human qualities, and you can generally tell if they've had a lot of work. Like, now he's a little bit more used to me because he remembers when I was taking care of him as he was little. So... Okay. I'll put you back now, baby. I'm sorry. I'll put you back now. There you go, baby. I know. You're gonna go back in your hidey hole and just remember, I feed you crickets. I'll probably get you some mealworms or something, and when you hook up with a nice little female lizard, you'll be like, "Philip, I love you." But such is life. And of course, you want to come in and say hi? Okay, well, I don't see Rudolph around right now. Oh, I don't see Rudolph around right now, so I'll grab him later. Yes, I still have that evil cough. It's just berries. If they have babies, might have to send you on. As long as you're willing to pay the shipping and I can find something to ship them safely, I'll consider it. They're not really hard to take care of. They're actually fairly easy to take care of. You just have to make sure that they get the right nutrition and stuff. A Gecko haul video? I might. Actually, one thing that I've toyed around with is the idea of, like, when I get a different webcam, just have one of those things where it's like, Gecko watch, like, forget Sleeping Squad, do, like, Gecko watch, and I'll put, like, the camera inside there, and then people can just watch the geckos interact and stuff. That might be interesting in itself. Yes, I will guest people. I've got 2 guests in queue right now, of course. Velchich and Silver. Let me switch microphones, or not microphones. There. Headsets so I can actually hear better. Ah, really? Really? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I've got multiple people. I've got 3. We'll start with Velchich since he came first, and then I'll go with Silver, and then I will go with everybody's favorite Charmander. Meow Mix! Welcome! Long time no see. Glad to see ya. Alright. Alright, Mr. Velchich, here we go. And if we don't connect for whatever reason, no worries, I'll just try again. Since that was actually kind of on the spot. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm real sorry to hear about your illness issue.
I've been, like, dealing with that crap for, like, I want to say going on 2 weeks now. First week was horrible. This week, I've just basically got the cough, and so I'm like, I kind of push it, and not push it, and then some nights I was just like, okay, forget it. I'm gonna do other things.
Yeah,
But
I mean...
at least I can have something to say. It's like, hey, I got the cough, I've got... You know how you're sick? When you're sick, you tend to blow your nose a lot? That right there.
That's not good.
Actually, it's between not good and really good, because as long as that stuff is coming up and coming out, then good. See, again...
Well, in the sense of trees and the planet, it's not so good.
Well, probably not, but it's not like I can just make it dematerialize, because believe me, if I could, then I would. It'd be like Star Trek, that shit. Beam it out, Scotty! And while you're at it... take the entire virus, just try to spare the lungs and probably 1 or 2 of my kidneys, because I generally need those. Please, leave that alone. Oh, wow, we're getting all kinds of people in here. Liz Riptile, hey, how you doing? Some names I'm recognizing, some that I don't quite, except for the profile picture. We're getting a lot of people.
I did decide to share your broadcast, and some people have and have not followed me occasionally. I think I'm up to around, like, 87 or 86 people that are following me.
Damn.
For some reason.
Nice.
I don't know why.
They're probably watching your general broadcast. When you do, the one time that I did catch a little bit of your broadcast, it was pretty good. So,
I
wouldn't be surprised if more people followed.
I tried, but, for me right now, it's towards the end of the semester.
Oh, okay.
On my end.
How is that going?
It's pretty good, but it's tough right now because it's all like evolutionary anthropology.
I'm so sorry about that 3-hour video.
Oh, come on. It wasn't that bad. You didn't do a bad job. I thought you did a very good job on putting this stuff out there and putting it your together, evidence and making your,
putting it together,
your points.
Fine.
And
Putting
and
it
now
together,
at least.
But like, let's face it, like sound could have been better. The length definitely sucked. Like I said, I don't plan on doing any more 3-hour videos. No, no. And if people are expecting like some crazy Katie series, I said this in the comments, you're going to be very disappointed because it ain't coming. I do plan on doing like a clarification video, but that's really about it, pending anything major.
But
we've
now
all been there. Forget it.
Now at least you have a video to send them to.
Yeah,
if they have
exactly.
questions.
Exactly.
Which I think was the whole point of that very long video.
And it's really weird because I heard all these things after the fact afterwards, and it's like, so your rebuttal to the video that I just posted is saying that I'm doing all the things that I said not only am I not doing, but prove with your own words in the video that I'm not doing. I hope nobody taught her to debate like that. I hope she didn't pay to learn to debate like that, because if so, she needs to get her money back. So, all salt and spade aside, I mean, it's out there, fine, done. But as far as, like, some stupid series, no. No 40 videos, no 90 videos, no 10 videos, no 5 videos. Forget that. No,
I was also going to mention one other thing. I don't know if you've ever watched them, but have you ever watched a channel on YouTube called the Jossie Channel?
Stressful.
Have you ever watched that?
I have not. I've watched a bunch of different videos, but lately when I've watched YouTube, it's near the end of the night and stuff. I'll turn on freaking Gabriel Iglesias. I pump that stuff up.
Yes, I saw that one. That one was kind of amusing. I'm not a huge fan of him, but I won't. I also don't really dislike him. I'm like on the fence with him. You know what I mean?
I just like what he does with his voices. I like the different things. that he
some
says
of his stuff is good. Some of his stuff is funny. Some of his stuff is good. I'm not saying that he's a bad comic, but I also think you need to try some stand-up comedy yourself.
It varies depending on the game. I am trying to move towards more of a positive standpoint and stuff. But yeah, no. Okay, to clarify 2 things. 1, I am not popular. I am not popular, okay? Just a guy that ran it on a video camera and said a lot of things that people agree with. That does not popularity make. We will see how long that lasts when people realize that I am not really making a Joy series or something like that. If they like it, yay team. If they don't like it, well, yay team. They do what they do. As far as feeling bad for me, I get it, but please don't. It sucked. It's done. It's that.
I will say this much. The only time that I feel bad for you is when you are legitimately sick, because I know how much being sick sucks.
No, I'm not making 90 videos, BZ. Forget that. I barely know what to do with one video. Come on now. Y'all have seen my videos. Now, aside from the stuff that I've got going on, when I've got a topic that I want to speak about, then, okay, it's spot on, but other than that, I've said this I don't know how many times since I started streaming. I don't really know what I want to do with my channel. That's why it hasn't taken off. It's very similar. Very, very simple. You don't put the effort in, you don't get it out. It's just how it is. Nobody to blame for that but me, and I'm the first to admit, my editing skills, they suck.
Well,
they suck.
Really, the only way to improve that is through B-roll and practice, basically.
Yeah.
You gotta sit down with whatever the program is that you've chosen to use, and basically put a bunch of footage onto an external and play with it. I mean, when I've watched your videos, all I can say is your videos actually, framing-wise, are really good. Like, you've got your camera shot.
I think they're a little long. You're talking about framing, like...
Yeah, like the frame in the sense of where you place yourself in the video is really good. You're not cutting off the top of your head. You're not, like, making things, like, not be there. And things like that, which I've noticed on so many videos.
Yeah.
I mean, so many other videos. And these are big-name YouTubers, which are still cutting the top of their heads off. on their videos. And
well, I mean, I have done live streaming and stuff before, so I mean, but
yeah, but that's live streaming. There's some more leeway in a live streaming video versus like an actual filmed video that you sit down, you edit, and you like record it, and then you edit it, and then you post it. And a live stream isn't recorded, then edited, and then posted normally.
Right.
So in that sense, there's a bit more leeway in the way you frame things and where you put things and stuff like that. Like, if you accidentally cut off the top of your head or something in a live stream, it's not that bad. But on the other hand, if it's from somewhere else or from something else, like a edited video.
Oh no, I was talking about you. I wasn't talking about you. I was just mentioning chat. Joe, don't knock Meow Mix, man. She'll do it. Our resident Meow Mix will crack that whip. No, I'm kidding. Meow Mix is awesome. There are a lot of awesome people in here, and there are people that may not agree or may agree, either or. But I generally like to think that there are some pretty awesome people in here. Jim, no worries. We will get to that when we get to that. Don't worry. I am not forgetting about our other two guests in queue. So, yeah, no worries about that. I try not to rush people on there and talk a little bit.
Don't really forget them, because Silver hasn't been on in quite a while. I don't know what's going on with her. I don't know what's going on with Silver. Yeah, I think I saw her once, or I see her on your streams, but I haven't seen her stream by herself.
She was gonna stream a couple of times, but I think it was just like headaches and general stuff. Liz, I appreciate any tips and whatsoever. I don't know how well I understand them, and it generally shows. But still, I'll be happy to. I'm on Twitter as that Phil S guy, or no, that Philip S guy, which was a play basically on the name that I put as the little thing that I did, that Phil guy, on the Jackboxes and stuff. Holy cow, what is everything blowing up again?
Oh no, that's terrible when that happens. Especially if it kills your battery.
I don't think exploding would kill a battery, but sure, okay, we'll go with that. I still
would definitely prevent you from getting onto an airplane.
I think a lot of things in that scenario would prevent me on getting on an airplane, at least not without the aid of a Ziploc freezer bag. But I tell you what, no, I've been getting like a lot of different questions all across the board, and a lot of different platforms, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'll sit down and talk, that sort of thing. So far, I don't think anybody's really been disrespectful or given me the I need to like lock the doors and windows and hire somebody vibe. Hopefully that doesn't change. I'm trying to get away from crazy, not attract it. For a moment there, Jamie was trying to message me, and I'm like, dude, go away. And she's like, I know you hate me and all, but can I keep you? And I'm like, that's not the cringiest thing you'll hear all day. But it's funny because we had it's funny because we had an interaction, and she said something like, I told her not to let the door hit her butt on the way out. And she's like, door? What door? Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. And I'm like, oh, finally, for once, a credible statement. Only took you long enough. Miracles do happen. And then she went from hating my guts to, I think you're cool, can I keep you? And I'm like, that was not supposed to be an attractive statement. That was not supposed to be, that was not a challenge. No, stay away. And then she went, because before she was pissed off at me, and then she unfollowed me, and then after that she refollowed me, and I'm like, oh, for the love of mittens, kittens, and sunshine, what does it take with these people? Because it's like they go, oh, hey, and then they think the door's open, and they just keep on coming, and I'm like, I'm going to have to like put like a trail of salt around the doors and windows, or something.
You might want to try to use some grave dirt and some blood first. That might keep them away better. I'm not messing with that shit.
I am not messing with that shit. Oh, no way. Not happening. One, I don't want to disturb the dead, and two, blood is just so unsanitary. That's also just a little creepy. I think
it works. It keeps away the bad ones. If you leave a nice little, like, red tentacle right on your door there, make sure it's not an upside down one.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like getting rid of one evil and replacing it with another with horns and a pitchfork. I'm not sure who's worse at this point, but even still, it's like no, this is not a trade-off game. This is a go away, stay away. You know? I still find it funny though that in spite of saying this, that I'm still a stalker. Like, these people do not understand what these words and phrases mean.
Well, first off, stalking's 100% easier nowadays. Because all you have to do is send a fakeish email from a fake email account that's an anonymous email account that has a little bit of malware that lets you turn on the webcam from your location. And you don't even ever have to leave your house.
I don't want to stalk her. 10 years was enough. They've got to have, like, some sort of, like, layaway plan. I've said it before, they don't give you a coupon for stuff like that. Like, hey, you spent 10 years and it was shitty. Here's a coupon. Here's 10 years of your life back. It would be nice if that was the reason they implemented it, but let's face it, neither me nor her are quite that important. It's not going to happen.
No, I'm just saying the whole idea that you have to physically follow someone nowadays is terrible.
Oh. Yeah, no kidding.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's not true. There's, like, apps on your phone that actually let you stalk your friends now.
Liz, you can talk to me, DM me, whatever, that's cool. Actually, my Fridays are taken, and I will be off tomorrow. I'm usually off Sundays, but, again, I will hear you out, if nothing else. Sorry about that. I apologize for interrupting you, Veljich.
No, it's cool. I was just saying that the whole idea that you have to physically follow someone anymore to, like, stalk them is so
I know it's dated
and outmoded.
It is like dated.
That whole idea of you having to hide in a bush and that you'll disturb wasps. You never have to go into a freaking bush anymore.
Yeah, that was my random joke about the situation. You know. And if you do decide to stalk me, keep in mind that I will start charging you rent. Because at that point, I'm going to be like, okay, nope, I'm going to put this in perspective, and I'm going to start charging rent. I was actually looking to bring Rudolph here just a moment ago, but he's kind of doing his own thing right now, so he's like, whatever. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll see you about later. I will bring him on video at one point.
I hope all of those are okay.
Yeah, he's like I said, he's doing his own thing right now. He's just kind of meandering about the house. No,
I realized the
animals are okay.
I was thinking about a different lizard when I left my previous comments about not letting them bite you. I was thinking about the Gila monsters.
Oh God, no! I would not be handling a Gila monster without gloves And actually, as far as a Gila monster goes, I would be like pointing the camera in there. I would not be sticking my hands in there because that's how people get in trouble. 9 times out of 10, the reason they run into problems with animals is because they ignore the cues that are right in front of their face.
Like the hissing, the growling, the
hissing, the growling, the looking at you like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? The tensing up, and the kind of moving into position. They're like, hey, it's okay, I'll just pet him, it's cool, right? Yeah, they think it's cool. They were just looking forward to free dinner. Of course it's cool to them after the fact. But, Liz, no, it's cool. Don't be a stranger. Like I said, reach out to me on Twitter. Feel free to DM me. Even people that hate my guts, feel free to message me. I will hear you out because I like to ask questions and get your perspective. That's cool. I don't mind. At the end of the day, you may still hate my guts. That's perfectly fine, but hopefully I can get you to crack a smile on the way out.
Well, you know, the only thing that matters when it comes to opinions, as long as they're put forward respectfully, even if they differ.
Right,
you know, and that's fair, all that matters. I mean,
and to be fair, I saw this. I'm sorry, go ahead.
As long as it's put forward respectfully, and it's not, like, directly criticizing you or your person, I think it doesn't, as long as it's put out there respectfully that this is my opinion, and wherever you may differ, you can differ from that.
Well, I mean, even there, depending on the level of it, if they want to curse me out and say, Philip, you're full of shit, I'll be like, well, some days, probably. You know? So...
Yeah, but on the other hand, that's not a direct, necessarily, like, ad hominem attack. Which is, like, using, like, saying that, oh, Philip, you are gay, so that invalidates your opinion on said subject.
I've had some people wonder because of the way that I dressed and such, and I'm like, really? Is it that bad? Okay. I dress much differently since, I would like to think. But there were a couple of people that like, yeah, we thought you were one of the rainbow people, and I'm like, the rainbow people? And then he does like the YMCA dance, and I'm like, no, I'm not. Thank you for the vote of confidence, but I'm sorry, Mario, your princess is in another castle. What you do is you, but I'm sorry, I'm just not that attracted to guys. I can tell you every one of my last celebrity crushes that are females, though, and you can help me rate them if that's your thing.
But wouldn't that mean, though...
That was the exact quote that I heard.
That you actually have at least a good sense of fashion, then?
I guess, because they dress fucking fabulous, man. But I am not that fabulous. They know how to dress, I tell you what, but I am not that snappy of a dresser. I can rock a suit, but I am not that snappy of a dresser. But I'm one of those, more power to you, whatever floats your boat, as long as it doesn't sink it or somebody else's. So, gay, lesbian, you have a thing for tarantulas and tyrannosaurs, go ahead, just please don't get eaten alive. Other than that, cool. Be safe, be responsible.
Yeah. I mean, in my sense, you know...
No, Ellie, I am not gay. I like the ladies too much for that.
In my opinion, I don't think it really matters what your preference is.
It really doesn't.
As long... I mean, you know, everybody has their preference. I mean, that's the one thing that was annoying. I don't know if you ever saw it, but that was a big controversy. The whole, there's, like, someone out there called, like, Riley Dennis or somebody who says your preferences are racist. Oh my god, that was so bad.
There's a reason that woman is on, well, woman, man, whatever she wants to be this week, is on the cringe compilation, okay? Honestly, whatever floats your boat as long as it doesn't sink it. Personally, I don't give a damn what your preferences is. You know, you do you be happy. There are some people that come on here that are lesbian, there's some people that are gay, bisexual, whatever, and I'm like...
I really don't care, it's their
Exactly,
choice.
It doesn't matter.
Now,
if that person's a dick to me, then I care about that, but that has nothing to do with their personal preference. You know, that's just their preference. It is what it is. And the world is going to keep on turning, the sun's going to keep on shining unless it's an eclipse, and even then it's a temporary thing. And I'm still not going to give a damn because there's so much more to be concerned with. Now, if somebody tries to get pushy with me, then I'm going to worry about that, but... honestly, it's funny because there was a guy that, the same one that I brought this up in chat once before about, the one that said that he was the gay baker that was the fudge packer. Yes, guys, for those of you that haven't heard it, he actually loudly and proudly proclaimed that he was a fudge packer and that was like a joke for him. And he was like, don't worry, I'm not going to hit on you, I'm sorry, you're just not my type. And I'm like, okay, dude, that's fine, we're cool. But,
hey, that's everybody's, you know, that's everybody's own choice, and in the sense of what you do in the bedroom, I don't really give a shit. It's your choice. It's not going to affect me in any way the last time that I heard.
I have heard worse things on the internet than probably anything they will come up with. No, that is not a challenge. Please, dear God, don't try and educate me on that one. I don't have enough brain bleach for that.
Well,
thank you.
You know, there's all that weird stuff that exists on the internet. And you remember Rule, I think it's 34 of the internet, right?
Yes, I remember that very well. Very well.
Let's just remember that rule.
No, thank you.
And,
no, really thank you. Nope. Mine is bleaching now, and repressed. One of a very, very long list of repressions, not including starting with every time I look in the mirror. By the way, not serious about that.
We just really need to remember that rule. And so
I did not murder Captain Crunch. He was still kicking when I last left him in whatever state he was in. Probably should have spoken to a lawyer before I said that. But I did not murder Captain Crunch. He wasn't exactly in the best state, and I'm sure those squirrels were having a very in-depth conversation about the tastiness of his liver, but, all that aside, he was still very much alive, kicking and screaming at the top of his lungs. So that is a sign of life.
So you did decide to enact the Greek god's punishment on Mr. Captain Crunch, then?
No. Considering his fan base, that would basically be like a blessing for that guy. He'd be like, take me. I'm done.
He gets his liver eaten by squirrels every day, and then at night it regrows.
Hey, never underestimate those squirrels.
And it happens again.
They are cute, cuddly, and they can get you from anywhere. And they have those cute little faces with the beady eyes. All they have to do is walk up to you and go... And then next thing you know, the swarm is eating you alive. Nobody ever talks about it because nobody ever survives it. Except for the people that may or may not be secretly hiding them. Or hiring them.
I did have a very strange...
That joke did fall flat. I said it was a joke, I never said it was a good one.
Hey, you gotta have some bomb jokes in there.
Some? That's giving me a lot of credit. A lot of credit. I appreciate that, but that's giving me a lot of credit.
They completely fall flat occasionally.
No, what I try to do is, buy into a rubber room. That way, when they fall flat, they bounce.
Not
wow,
too
that
bad,
one was just as lame. That one was just as lame.
Was pretty cringy. I think you might need to work on your...
That one was really cringy.
I think before you go up on stage, you might need to work on your stand-up a little bit.
Or just not go on stage and save myself the trouble.
Oh, come on. I think you do okay as a stand-up
I want to knock them dead, not drive them to suicide, okay? There is a difference.
Now, that one was good. That one was good. Cringy.
I'm getting there. I haven't even tried jokes. I used to tell lots of jokes. I still do puns from time to time, and I used to do a lot of parodies and stuff, but I haven't done that in so long, ever since I was in retail and stuff. Because I loved it. People would come up and I would just without even thinking, I'd just have the most random thing pop up and they're like, where the hell did that come from? And it was great because it wasn't insulting, it was a way that made everybody laugh and it got them past the 9-to-5 drudgery of, retail. And retail will drive you to suicide more than any joke I've ever told.
Yeah. That's what I've heard, but you never know.
Oh! How much longer you got left, Clem?
Oh, am I keeping you from doing a certain something with someone that you need to bring on?
That's open. That's really open-ended right there. I don't think it's that kind of conversation. Okay, let me just I'll drop you from guest queue, and I'll pull up Clem here since she's got a couple of minutes.
Okay, yeah.
You good with that, Clem? Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'll still camp out in your chat, and maybe I'll jump in on those games. I'll probably switch over to my laptop for watching you then, and just use my phone for the other part.
Don't forget to partake of the s'mores if you're camping out. And don't forget a pillow.
S'mores?
Right. Yeah, campsite. All
Sorry,
right, well,
I have
they can't all be winners.
I have a dog with me. He'll get me food.
I'll leave that one alone. Okay. Now in that queue, I'm going to bring up Clem. Thank you much for guesting.
Take care.
Alright, next up is Charmander. And this will be the first time I think we've spoken in person. We've talked a little bit here and there, so... That'll be the first time I actually get to speak in person.
Am I on? I can't tell.
Kind of. I hear you, I don't see you.
You don't see me?
Nope, I do see you. I do see you. Hello.
Hi.
Interesting to finally see you in person. I'm glad to see that the robots and the toaster did not come after you after all. It looks like downloading YouTube and that finally did get their will to live, and so you are nice and safe. Either that or they've secretly replaced you and you're probably going to kill me. Well, if that happens, it'll be a good day for Joy fans, so, it's all good.
I don't want there to be... No, I'm not even going to go there yet, right now. First of
all, so we're going there later. Gotcha.
To meet my parrot.
Oh, he's cute!
You see him?
Or she.
It's him.
Okay.
He's
pretty. He's pretty. Hello, pretty baby. I know you're looking at me. You're listening, too.
He is.
Hi. Hello, baby. You remind me of Einstein. My landlord has a African Grey who does a lot of the same faces and stuff. He lives up to his name. He can mimic any voice he's ever heard. Oh, look at that little smile on his face. He is just hamming it up. Oh, you're getting shy.
Back inside the shirt.
Yep, now he's getting shy. Oh, he definitely understands what he hears, because he's like, wait, hold on. They're talking about me? Oh, nope, gotta hide, shy. He's a pretty baby, though. How old is he?
He is 4 years old. He just turned 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
For 4 years old, he's looking good. And he's very lively. You definitely take good care of him.
Oh my god, he's my life. He's like my son. Anyway, yeah. I don't know, like, honestly, my brain is so... I feel really, like, I can't use brain fog anymore because that's completely ruined. I can't say
Every time I hear brain fog now, it's like I just, like, twitch. Brain issues! Twitch. No, keep them away! Pull out the salt and the holy water. Every time I hear it, I'm like, I just can't. I'm sorry, I gotta.
It's awful, and like it's so irritating to me because, like, I mean, number one, I can't use that term anymore. I can't think of a replacement, and I just like I look at the stuff and I'm like, you don't even know what it's like to sit there and forget your own name for like 30 minutes at a time. Yeah,
I know. There's a big difference between like actually having a moment and like selective memory. There's a big difference. So I think honestly, I don't think there's any reason that you can't use it. I mean, hello, it's your freaking life. But as far as her, I mean, that's like her talking about her voice and how sick she is. Meanwhile, at least I can say that I've got the cough and the bag full of tissues to freaking prove it. That's how you know somebody's sick. Okay? I don't understand why... I don't understand how people buy this shit.
Yeah, I did want to talk about that for, like...
I really think that at this point I need to, like, start, like, selling them swampland in the Gobi Desert. I could probably make some profits off of it.
Oh my god. Yeah, so, I mean, obviously, I don't know her. I don't know what's going on with her personally, but I can say...
You lucked out.
I know that I've talked to you in private about this a little bit, but, like, having a very serious chronic illness looks nothing like that at all. Like, at all. And
does it at least dress fashionably?
What?
Does it at least dress fashionably? Like Hawaiian shirts? Okay, maybe that's not fashionable.
Hawaiian shirts are always fashionable, especially in California, so...
This isn't California, though. I probably would not pull that off well here.
No, but it's like, oh my god, it's just really starting to get to me, because she always uses it as an excuse for everything. Nobody can question her or challenge her because she's sick. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here, like, in bed, not able to move, being like,
right. You're like, hi there! And that's one of the things that really pissed me off about it, was the fact that she would have the gall to go, you're just haters and shit-talkers. I'm like, okay, the person that you just shit-talked yourself has a chronic illness.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? This is the very stuff that you got pissed off at everybody else doing, but you're doing it right now, and you don't see why that's a problem. But everybody that talks about it is just so dismissive, and it's not even, like, different criticisms. It's the same one played over and over to death like it's reading off of a script. If you've heard one of her excuses, well, if you've heard her usual run of excuses, you've basically heard everything. There is nothing more to really hear from her. It's the same shit every single time.
And I know, like, a billion people have pointed this out, but for me, it just boggles the mind, because, like, how she can sit there for hours at a time and, like, yell and shriek and gesture wildly, like, I don't get it.
To be fair, she's probably looking in the mirror while she's doing that. That would make anybody do that for a while after a time. Okay, that was a low blow, so that was salty right there. So I'm pulling out the Don Phil with that one. That one, I'll admit, that one was kind of catty. But
you know, you get a few free ones. Yeah, and you knew her that long, so like I think you get a few extra free ones. But I don't know, like I think that she knows that people.
I'm with you, Joe.
That people like us, like me, like the chronically ill community, like there isn't much we can do to defend ourselves or to, you know, expose her.
Right.
We're just so freaking exhausted all the time. And
yep. I think she takes advantage of that. I really do.
I agree.
And it's just, again, I said this before, and I've said this on Twitter, I've said this on the YouTube comments and stuff. It's really easy to find that it's the one thing that stands out about a lot of Joyce fans. Not all of them are this way. This is true, because I have run into some very level-headed ones. But they still allow the shit. It's right in front of their face. They still allow it. And I see some of them have actually started to take that to heart, and they're asking, some of them are actually either they've suddenly gone quiet, or they're actually starting to ask a few more questions, which I like to see. Because at the end of the day, if they agree or disagree, at least they're not blind following. They're not mob mentality. They may still be defensive, but at least they're asking questions of people and saying, hey, why are you angry? Hey, what's up with you? Rather than just dismissing the person and saying they're just another shit talker. Because when you do that, and it's somebody that actually has the chronic illness and stuff, that's really freaking low. It's also very hypocritical.
It is.
And there's no excuse in the world that covers it.
No, there isn't. And I don't understand. I don't get it. There's so much evidence. There's just so much. Like,
right?
I don't know how many people, because I know LolCow saw it, but I don't know how many.
Oh yeah, LolCow sees everything. They don't miss a beat. I'm still wondering how they figured out certain things, and I'm like, my hat's off to you. Because it's like the dude on 4chan with the flag, they found him in like 10 minutes, and I'm like, this is why you don't shit-talk and challenge the internet. The internet goes challenge accepted, and then you learn the hard way why that was a very bad idea.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Like, when the whole thing first went down with Constigo, whatever, however you pronounce her name.
I pronounce it Constigo, but...
Constigo? That sounds
right.
better, I think. Constigo.
Right.
When that whole thing went down, like, I think that was the first time she really showed herself a little bit. And,
yes. By the way, props to you for calling that shit out, too. Because I'm sitting there going, holy shit. And I'm like, there it is, right there. And what's worse, she had the nerve to lie to her own live stream about it, and she's like, oh, it's just an @ sign, you know, I'm new to social media, you claim to do sales and marketing, don't give me that shit, you work with social media daily.
Exactly. See, the thing is that I called her out, and we had that issue, and then, you know, she did her usual thing, well, you have to talk to me in private. So I was like, okay, I'll play along with this, I'll talk to you in private. So I did, and she tried to spin the whole thing, obviously, because that's what she does. And I talked to her, and I just kept saying, you know, you're the adult. This girl is a minor. Like, there's no reason
let it
for
be.
you to be
I'm not
treating her like...
I'm not going to tell you that Constigo is some saint, because she's clearly not.
No.
She's got stuff that she's dealing with on her end. But when I actually read what she had to say, I'm sitting there going, hold on, this added up, this is stuff I've seen before, this is stuff I've seen before. There is lots of stuff going on with that. And, okay. I may not know what to think about her, but at the same time, I can respect what she said, because it does add up. It's more than somebody doing a hatchet job.
Honestly,
and when I look on... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, I honestly don't care what she did. Like, honestly, it doesn't matter for a 33-year-old woman to be treating a 17-year-old like that. There's no excuse.
Okay. Let me address chat real quick here, because I saw something pop up that I do need to address. Mr. Jim Bean. Okay, let's talk about Erin for a second. Very briefly, I don't hate the woman. I have enough respect for her. Okay? She came in here. She was cool. We may not agree on things, and there are a lot of things that we really personally don't agree on. But any time that she has been in a screen, she has not started shit. She has not talked shit. She comes in, she listens, and maybe she leaves, and if she says something, she doesn't. This is a readily available stream. Okay? I would ask you to, even if you disagree with her, please be respectful of her. It's okay if you hate the lady. It's perfectly fine. But please, there's no need to shit talk her. She hasn't actually done anything to deserve it. So, that said, I just want to clear that up because, look, I understand that there are some Joy fans that do a lot of shit. I do understand that. But just the same, being on the other side of the coin does not make it okay for us to do the same thing. It just escalates it further. It sets a bad example. This is not the kind of community that we are, and if I see it, I will call it out. Whether it's here, YouTube, anywhere else. So please kind of calm it down. I have no problem with you being here, but I'm not going to turn this into that kind of shit show. Okay. So now that I've covered that, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good. You're good. You're totally good.
Regarding the Constigo thing, though, the thing that stepped out of my mind is it wasn't even just a lie. It was an obvious lie. Because she's sitting there, oh, it was an @ sign, and I'm sitting there going, you realize we can pull up your tweet right now, see exactly how you addressed it, and said you are getting YouTube involved. You're not addressing somebody else. You are addressing her.
Yeah.
And, you know, she was confronted with lies on that Twitter feed. She lied about it every time. She tried to gaslight about it, which is really funny, because with the Daddy 05 stuff, what did she do? Gaslighting is a sign of an abuser. Really? So what does that make you then?
Yeah, so this is interesting.
Nice, she projects so hard that we could, like, hook her up to the wall and, like, play old-fashioned movies off of her. I swear to God. I tell you what.
Yeah, like, okay, so this is the thing with me. My family, not my immediate family, my extended family,
right.
They're some of the most messed up people I have ever known.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's fine, you know, it's fine. I've cut ties with them. I have no issue. But they are some of the best manipulators on the face of the planet. So.
Oh, that really sucks. When it comes from the family, it really sucks.
I see manipulation and gaslighting from like 5,000 miles away. So when she came back at me and we had that whole argument on Twitter, and she tried to say that she was talking about Constigo when she threatened legal action. And I was like, yes, you were. It was in the thread about Constigo.
She was threatening a few people that day.
Yeah, she kept lying. And so I did that thing where I screen capped and I highlighted all the things. And she couldn't come back at me, so she just kept saying, you don't know the whole story, you don't know the whole story. But Lol Cow already knew about the pedophilia accusations. So I knew what they already
which was kind of weird in itself, the way that all brought out and stuff. And I will say she is not a pedophile. She's fucked up in the head, but she is not a pedophile. I'm just clearing that up because there are a lot of people that come on that aren't aware of that and may be like, whoa, what's going on? And I have the streaming now to like YouTube and stuff, so there may be other people watching that. So I want to clear that up. If I hear a rumor that's fucked up, I'm going to be like, no, that's not true. So the stuff about Joy is the meth head, nope. Rumi is in danger, nope. Frustrated, maybe, but that's stretching it because I don't know what's going on in his life. I can't really comment on that. He seems like a decent dude, though. And the whole thing about Joy being, you know, possibly something like... No, Joy is not a pedophile. I'm clearing that up. Joy is not pedophile. So I'm going to clear that shit up. And then, of course, there was the issue that was being brought up about, like, money and supposed... I'm Philip. Nice to meet you. Hello. The thing that was going on with supposedly about money stuff, possible money fraud, as far as I have ever known her, that rumor is false.
Right.
And if there are false rumors, they tend to dredge up and muck everything up and make it harder for any real information to get out, for any real truth to get out. And Joy doesn't seem to mind because she's going to drag this on until the cows come home. And that's her. And that she does not learn. Because that woman just cannot stop the crazy train from going off the damn cliff, I swear. Obvious lies. But at the same time, I'm not going to be a part of that. And if I hear that shit, I'm going to clarify that really quickly.
Yeah. No,
it is right to do, I think.
I completely agree. And I never believed those accusations. I never supported them. I was very clear that I did not believe them at all. There was no proof. There was nothing. Like, and accusing someone of that is, it's so serious and so disgusting, especially when it's not true. And so I don't.
That's some serious stuff. That's really serious stuff.
I don't care how much I dislike Joy, because I do dislike her very much. I'm never going to support that kind of stuff being said about anyone.
Exactly. There's a point where it crosses the line when you're being too catty and too juvenile about it, and no thank you to that. Because, I mean, like, for instance, like, there was the thing with her stream earlier, and I caught bits and pieces of it here and there. I still haven't sat down to try and stomach the whole thing, because that's like playing a drinking game in itself, okay? You try and play a drinking game with that, with water, you will probably die. With water, it will probably kill you.
Probably.
But it's like, so she did this live stream, and Repsion was on Twitter, and he was saying, you know, I heard Joy was shit-talking me and stuff. If anybody has, you know, footage of that, please send me. And from what I had seen, I was like, you know, I don't see it. Maybe I missed it, I don't see it. And I wasn't there personally, so I can't really comment on it. If I know something about it, then of course, hey, here it is. But I guess some of her, the people that don't like her very much, would probably expect that I'm going to jump right on the bandwagon. Oh, she did this, this, and this, and I'm like, no, not doing it. I'm not going to do that because, one, I don't know. Two, it's just starting shit where it does not need to be started. And what's that actually going to do? You know, it's actually very disrespectful to everybody involved to do that. So if I have information on something, that's one thing. If I can verify something, that's one thing. But if it's just, like, baseless rumors, then no, I will clarify those. If I hear them, I will clarify them.
I feel
that's the other reason that I've been talking a lot to people on LolCow and other stuff like that, because it's like, no, I'm clearing these rumors away. They were respectful enough to me to listen to what I had to say. Okay, I'll be straightforward with them. Okay, I will clear up this. I will clear up that. No problem. There are some people that will probably get angry about that, and that's fine. They are welcome to that. But
as long as it's the truth, and that's what I always tried to deal with, like, with the Consigo incident, and then, you know, when we talked in private, I'm not ever going to release what was said. Like, it wasn't juicy anyway, but if something is said to me in private, I keep it private.
Right.
But the one thing she did say that she even said, you know, in public was that she was going to apologize. But then when she apologized, she apologized for making it sound like she was accusing Consigo of making the pedophilia accusations.
Yeah, and her apology was so sincere that the first thing that she started doing afterwards was, A, more shit-talking, and then B, hey, I'm gonna go after your channel now. I'm sorry, that is not an apology. That is someone being an asshole. There's a very big difference, okay? An apology is, look, I'm sorry, water of the bridge, let's not speak of this again, it's done. That's an apology. And I swear, if anybody wants to get her anything for Christmas, get that woman a goddamn dictionary. And, you know, she can put that right next to the fax machine she was going to send Onision, but probably needs to keep for herself.
Okay.
Because she is, like, mimicking that guy so much. At some point, it's like I'm almost expecting her to, like, tear off this face mask at some point and go, ha ha ha, I was Onision all along, ha. And then Onision's going to walk up there and go, no, and just be like, done.
I have disliked Greg for so much longer than I have.
I don't like Onision at all.
known of Joy's existence, but I just find it so funny that she and her fans mocked him continually for asking for facts.
And now she's doing the same stuff, almost word for word. Like, that meltdown that she did toward her critics was almost exactly what Onision did with Keemstar and her, except, unlike him, she didn't have anything to back it up except for the usual excuses. But the info is always coming, and you'll be sorry. I'm sorry, that effectiveness died like 10 years ago. It also died a long time ago in grade school. Oh, as far as getting me hired, good lord, you saw that ridiculous piece of shit they called a resume. No, she didn't get me hired, because I didn't use her damn shit. I actually sent that to another friend, and I said, look, she's actually trying to get me to do this. What do you think? And they're like, please, God, tell me you did not use that. And I'm like, no, this screams trouble on a lot of levels. And I'm like, and they're like, yeah, Don't do it. Don't do it. Forget that. And so they actually helped me get, that person helped me get my resume together, which, to be fair, was a piece of shit, because I did not know how to write a resume worth shit.
Okay.
These things happen. Sometimes you have to learn things the hard way. So I'll admit that my resume looked terrible. It did. But her advice? Never pay that woman for advice. You want your money back.
Well, I've helped people write resumes before, and there's a huge difference between, not having an attractive resume
and having one that's a bold-faced lie.
Faking your
and
resume.
I'm sitting there, and it's in the chat details itself, and it's like, look, I can't use this. I appreciate the time and effort you put into it, but I can't use this. Respectfully, I cannot use this.
No,
this thing is terrible. This will follow me around and come back to bite me. You know?
That was a great decision for sure. And I know that Nick is saying that her resume is faked. I don't know. I can't really verify that one way or another. I know that she was in marketing stuff for a while. As far as what was fake and what wasn't fake, I was not that involved into her business life. There was a lot of personal life stuff, but as far as business life goes, I generally didn't touch that because, for the most part, it didn't concern me, and she really didn't bring it up. I don't think it's a point that's worth really talking about anyway.
Right.
We don't have any proof about that one way or the other, so I think that it's a really dumb accusation to make.
It kind of goes into really... It goes into... Basically, I chalk it up into your mileage may vary territory. Is it a possibility? Yes. Does that mean that it's true? Not necessarily. Does it merit further investigation? Absolutely. In the meantime, I'm going to be like, okay.
What we do have proof of is that yours was the one that she tried to pass up,
And we also do have proof from her own words that she said that she has done this stuff before, and that she is completely unapologetic about any of it. So, unfortunately, she's dead to rights on her own word there. She can accuse me of whatever, but it's her words. I just put it up there on the screen, and no matter what I say, she can't... She can only spin it so much before you look back and go, no, wait, you actually did say that. And the people that want to turn around and parrot her, because I've looked on Twitter and seen a few things already after it was brought to my attention, and I'm sitting there going, you don't have an opinion. You have Joy's opinion. You have nothing to go off of, and you're just literally repeating what she says word for word like a broken record. Yep. You know where I've seen that before? Social justice warriors. And is that really something you want to emulate? Okay, good for you. I mean, if y'all want to prove me right, knock yourselves out. I'm just going to sit around and have fun with you. Which, oh my god, the Don Phil one. The Don Phil one, that was great. That was great. The other memes were good too, but that was good.
That one was pretty great. I enjoyed that one.
I suggested it, and they put it up, and I'm like, damn, I need to find that suit now. I can rock a suit, but I'm sitting there going, damn, that actually would look good on me. Okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, you can become a living meme.
I don't think I want to go that far. But the point of that was to interject a little bit of humor into a very, very overly serious situation. You okay?
Yeah. Me?
Okay, I saw that. Oh. Yes, I saw that wince for a second. I'm like,
I have probably 2 minutes left before I die. Not really. I'm not.
Yeah, please don't die on me.
I'm not actually gonna die.
That would be awkward in a lot of levels, and I'm like, it would be very impolite to drop the call on a dying person. Not to mention, I'm not exactly sure who I would reach out to. Because I'd be like, hello, 911, we had a little issue on our stream. You kind of need to send somebody. Please get help. No, this is not a prank. Dear God, this is not a prank. Okay, seriously, shut the fuck up, listen to me. Some random person in California needs help. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Oh, come on!
No, I'm starting...
That's about how that would play out.
My lungs are starting to cry at me, but I just real quick wanted to...
Do not offer them a tissue that will not work out well. It's soft, sensitive tissue. For the tissue.
I just want to before
that did sound better in my head.
No, and nothing in my head is coming out right now. But two things. One is what I already mentioned with the whole chronic illness thing. I will tell you, I have had 13 years of learning how to deal with this.
Oh, and good lord. I picture like 1 minute of it, and I want to like curl up in a ball and cry.
It's really like it's life, you know. Like I take it.
Oh yeah, you're right about that.
But,
you're not wrong about that.
But I don't care how good you are at masking, because I've gotten pretty good at it myself. But you can never, ever fully cover it. Like, you just can't. It's not possible.
Facial expressions are a dead giveaway. I can see you flinch. I can see you, like... I grew up reading people. Okay? Between that, activism, customer service, security, my whole bit has been people skills. She really did pick the worst person to bullshit. Because I'm like, okay, really? You want to put my profiling skills to the test? Okay, we'll have fun with that. Here you go.
Yeah, so that's complete bullshit. Again...
At least you gotta... Hey, 1 out of 3 ain't bad, right?
My breathing is starting up. But, okay. So, I'm not saying she's faking completely. I'm just saying nobody can hide that well.
There's a lot of stuff that doesn't add up. I am not a medical professional, but there's a lot that doesn't add up.
No. 2, she has not released receipts for anything.
Hmm?
And people don't seem to get that. Like, I've had people come to me and be like, but she's proven everything. I'm like,
how? Where is it?
Where? Where's the receipts for the $7,000 she says she's raised for charity? Or the receipts that Chambers was lying? Or the receipts on any of that stuff? Like,
she always does the proof for days things, and it's always incoming, and everybody's always going to be sorry. And me, I'm like, okay, look, it's like this. She said shit about me for quite a while, and then finally I just released a video and debunked all of it line by line by line by line. Okay, it's not hard. It takes time, but it is not hard. Okay? And this is a guy that has, oh, thank you for the 2,000 likes, holy crap. And thank you to those that put the likes on there previously that I did not shout out when I was turned away and stuff. I do apologize for that, but y'all are awesome. Thank you. But it was like, it's just one of those... I mean, I put it up there, I was done with it, boom, there, it speaks for itself. Here's where I said this, here's my GoFundMe, and I put on there, under there, this is the link to my GoFundMe, do not donate, I do not need it, this is for, evidence purposes only. It's not that hard to do. She is deliberately dragging this out for more and more. Oh, they're just picking on me. They're just picking on me. Bullshit. They're criticizing you for good reason because you keep going round and round in a circle on it. Don't do that. Be straightforward and people will appreciate it. That's always how it goes. If you try to fuck around with people, that's when they're going to look at you and go, something's not right here. And then when you turn around and criticize them and just call them shit talkers and don't hear them out, then... that's even more going to come back to bite you. I mean, what do you expect is going to happen? Cause and effect. The choices we make dictate the life that we lead. And when somebody tells you over and over again, stop or I'm going to spill everything, oh, nice.
They're chipped. Sorry, someone was asking for a close-up. They're chipped. They've started to... My parrot pulled off some of the jewels, but... Yeah.
It's actually funny because one of the bigger criticisms that I actually got on the video was the length of my fingernails, which you can see are definitely trimmed, because I actually do trim them. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you got me there. My nails are a bit long, and I got a good laugh at it. It's okay. I'm more than happy to laugh at me. But I'm like, if that's the worst that you got about that video, yeah, well, okay, have fun with that.
Hold on. Okay.
My nails are not as fabulous as hers. She's got much prettier nails than mine will ever be. But I'm a dude, so I don't care.
I was trying to type... Give me a second. Trying to type, I've lost muscle coordination, but I will tweet where I got my nails from. And also, yeah, I have to call it quits because I'm starting to, breathing. But thank you for hearing me out, and thank you guys for being so sweet. And hopefully I can join in some other time when I'm feeling better.
Yeah, no problem. I don't know when you're generally on. Sometimes I'll do streams during the day. Other times I'll do streams later on in the evening and such. Actually, this started a little later than I usually do because I try to do stuff like, 12 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, so everybody can have a little bit of fun, and maybe get involved in some games or stuff like that. But, considering the situation, right now everything is currently blowing up, so I'm fielding this, that, and a third thing, which, that also comes with the territory.
Yeah. So, I'll definitely be around. Thank you, guys.
But it was great to actually talk to you in person, put a voice to a face and all that. Don't be a stranger. Don't be a stranger.
You too.
And I hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Rest well. Bye-bye. So, that was everybody's favorite Charmander woman. And yes, it's Clem Fairy on there, but on the Walkhouse and stuff, she got called Charmander. And the original name that she had was like Chainandler, and it came out as like Charmander. So basically the name wound up sticking, and apparently she's enjoyed it. Oh, she's awesome and sweet. She's like a total nerd like the rest of us and stuff. She's always come across as very, very intelligent, kind of taking no nonsense sort of thing. I just like the fact that she turned around and she didn't just confront Joy and said, "You said this." She's like, "Nope, here's your words," and did not let up on it. That's good. That's good. Actually, to make her face the music on her own words and stuff. So, I don't really think anybody's terrible for the most part on both sides of the fence. There are some people that are more roped in than others, I think, but I don't like to think of even the Joy fans as being terrible. I don't like Joy, but I don't hate her. I refuse to hate anybody if I can help it. But there are some people that I've talked to on Twitter and stuff, Joy fan-wise, that were actually pretty decent and pretty level-headed for the most part, and we still disagree on stuff. Some things, a whole lot of disagreement on. But at least they are nice they're nice enough that they're like, okay, let me see what your take is on that thing. And trust me, I know, because I can definitely see who's talking with who. It's not very hard to figure out. Their names are only freaking attached and right out there. Again, I don't know whose Joy's crowd thinks that they're fooling. They're not fooling anybody. But again, the obvious lies, the obvious stuff. Holy shit. I still think it funny that she thinks I'm a stalker, though. I mean, she's the one that's obsessed over lolcows. She's the one that's obsessed over watching my feeds whenever I live stream. She's the one that's definitely watched my video, and tries to watch most of the communications and stuff, and makes plenty of, like, tongue-in-cheek, subtle jabs at me here and there. You want to talk about obsessing and stalking? Like I said, if that lady were to project any more, you'd be able to hook her up to a wall and play old movies out of her. I can't really comment on the quality of said old movies, but still. I don't really care much for Keemstar. I also don't care much for Onision or anything like that. They're just, like, whatever. That lady has subscriptions to which nobody needs issues. Nobody needs issues. Sorry, 10 years was enough. But I expect that I'm going to be hearing a lot about that, because hello, video, and all of a sudden it's blown up. It is, like, blown up. Like, sub count jumped up. Views, last I saw, were like 1,300. Holy cow. And I'm just sitting here going, I really hope they're not hoping for, and I've said this a few times, but I'm sitting there going, I really hope they're just not part of, like, the hate-on bandwagon, and they're hoping that I'm going to do, like, a regular serious thing about this, because, no, it's not happening. You're going to be really disappointed. Oh, a few of my vids. Oh, wow. 2,000 more likes. Thanks, Lotus. James Corney? I haven't been following a lot of that situation with Trump and politics lately, Jim. I've been focusing a lot more on me. And actually, as far as like Facebook and stuff, I used to post on there all the time. But I haven't done a whole lot of that lately and found out that I was actually happier for it. Because it's supposed to connect you, but it does the opposite. So I'm like, I don't know about that. But, Phil Eats on channel. I don't know that that would actually get views, Tim. It's an interesting idea, but I don't think I'd want to make a video about it. Chambers of the Heartisan? Well, damn! Hey, Chambers! How you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Oh my god, yeah, she says everything. She always says everything. That lady talks shit like... Okay, let me put it this way, Chambers. If I wanted to release information on her, I have her personal information as far as where she actually lives. Like, we're talking not just city and state verified, okay? We're talking actual street address. Okay, if I really was out to get Joy, hello, right there, simple, cut, and dry. Very simple. Now, why has that information not been released? Also very simple, because that's just retarded. I did confirm that it was Norman, Oklahoma, because, well, they had already found that. They already found that information. I don't know how the hell they found it, probably because during that particular live stream where she was talking to Dusty Balls and stuff, she was dropping hints and location and how far she was away from town, where the buses ran, and how far away she was from Fort Worth. You drop that kind of information to a lot of bored people on the street that are watching you, and you know they're watching you. What do you think is going to happen? This is, again, why you don't challenge the internet. No, she's released enough information to lead people to her several times over. If I wanted to release information, good lord. What I put out in a 3-hour video was just minor stuff, okay? Just stuff to kind of clear my name. And again, I'm not planning on doing any more 3-hour videos, because fuck that. So, yeah, no. Basically, when it comes to Joy, as you have already noticed, the moment you are no longer useful to her, or you question her, or you criticize her, then you become demonized. Welcome to the Phil treatment. You're not the first, you won't be the last. This also happened with ex-boyfriends, this also happened with other people that she knew. She just can't stop herself. She's got no self-control. You tell her not to do it, she does it anyway. She doesn't care. It's her world, everybody else is living in it, everybody else is revolving around her. Everybody's success is due to her. These are very common patterns that happen over and over and over again. Even her excuses, even her retorts, it's a pattern. Yeah, I heard it about how she lost it on Twitter and stuff, and holy cow, I saw the meltdown. That was obscene. But, again, this stuff keeps happening. Okay? This is not the first time. It is nuts, and so is she. Which is really funny because she just got out of a thing with Geek Thulu, and oh, I'm going with this, I'm going with that, and then total spin around, like that. It's all because of control. No, she says a lot of stuff, and I'm aware that she's been shit-talking me for a while. People keep coming to me and telling me about it, over again, and she thinks she's real cute, telling obvious lies. But even today, when she was trying to shit-talk about me, what did she use? It's like, come on, woman. The exact things that I just debunked, you're gonna go up on your live stream and say all over again. I just said, with your own words, look, this is why I left. It wasn't butthurt because of advice, it's because you're doing shifty stuff, because you're not being honest with your fans, you're lying to them, you're lying to me, and you're starting shit. You need to stop. You need to be straight, you need to be honest. So, that's why I left, and again, it is right there in the video, right there in her own words, my own chat's on there, her chat's on there, that whole thing is there. It is there for anybody to see. It is obvious. Just like my GoFundMe. It is there, it is obvious, the link's up there with a note saying, please do not donate because I do not need it. But even still, with evidence right in front of her face, she still tells an obvious lie that, oh no, it's this, it's that, and really, come on. If you're gonna lie, don't be so bloody obvious about it. If you're going to make excuses, at least change them up a little bit so it's not the same damn one over and over again. Paranoia only goes so far before you go, you know, not everybody is a shit talker. Not everybody is a hater. Not everybody is a troll. When was the last time you actually asked people why they feel the way they do? And her fans don't do that. Well, some of them do. Some of them have started to, and I'm really impressed with that. Chambers, I don't even hate her. I dislike her. I genuinely feel sorry for her. She's got problems, but I do not hate her, and I refuse to hate anybody. Because I know what hate actually is, and I don't think anybody's worth that, period. So, I don't hate her. So, you know, again, a lot of the stuff that she keeps saying, it's like a projection thing. And it's all, again, all the same excuses. Everybody's always a hater, a shit talker. Now me, I'm gonna be like, okay, what's your side of it? It happens that fast. It started happening the moment that I said I cannot support this, and she could not get me on a phone call. That fast is when she started shit talking people behind my back. That fast. And she's known me for a decade. I don't know how people that have only known her for a couple of months think they're going to be any different. But I think that's where we get into the sweet talk angle, because she always comes off like she's so nice and she's always pleasant. She likes to find out what's going on with you. She likes to kind of talk you up and stuff. And then from there, it's just all downhill. It's just a matter of time. Hate just feels ugly in general. I don't like it. It was insane. You are not the first person, Chambers. You will not be the last, and it really is that fast, because it's all about control. It is all about control. And she's got no self-control, which makes it kind of ironic. She just doesn't get that the more fans that she's getting, it's more people that are looking very closely at what she's saying, and not everybody's just going to jump on the bandwagon and drink the Kool-Aid. So, hate is like a curse, and a curse always buries two people. There we go. And I think the thing that stuck out in my mind probably the most is that she was like calling the locals and stuff all these haters and stuff, and I saw the change in lolcow, okay? Because there were a lot of things that I disagree with lolcow. But then when I pulled up lolcow and started to watch the threads and stuff, and even ask some questions here and there, you start to get kind of to know some of the personalities behind some of the anons, okay? And there are a lot of different types of folks. There are still some people that are in it for the lulz, but even they tone it down quite a bit. And they get really super focused. There are many of them that are like, good God, they'd probably run circles around me intelligence-wise. Okay? And they're no fool. But there was a big shift in dynamic where you saw a lot of the people that were going on there being ex-Joy fans. And people that actually have these illnesses and stuff. And I'm sitting there going, wait a tick, these are the people that she's saying are shit talkers and stuff. And I see people talk about it on her feed, and again, this person is saying, no, I have this illness, it doesn't match up. And she's going, well, where did you get your degree and all that stuff? And it's like, you want to talk about shit talking right there? Why? This person lives with this stuff, went through the hoops to get diagnosed, all of that. All of that. And she's going to dismiss them as a shit talker? I'm sorry, but that's very hypocritical. Because if you're so angry about people saying these things about you and criticizing you and challenging you in your illness, but then you do the same thing even worse and just dismiss people just because they criticize you on it, I don't see how that's any better. At least they try to find some stuff out. Joy doesn't even do that. She just dismisses them like that. And that's the kind of stuff we see with mob mentality. We see this stuff with social justice warriors. The same brainwashed sort of cult philosophy. This is why people call it a cult. Okay? Because all the information largely comes from one source. It is repeated constantly from that source. And then it trickles down to basically what you call the inner circle, and from there they just keep parroting and just spreading the same information. And when you talk to them, they have nothing to really back up their words, it's all just blank rhetoric, and again, it all goes back to whoever the leader is. This is why people call it a cult. But some people don't get it. And I'm going to say again, because this bears mentioning, and I told someone on Twitter that yes, I will definitely bring this up, I don't think that all Joy fans are bad. There are a lot of them that are on the fence. There are some of them that don't know what to think one way or another. I'm not forgetting about Silver in my guest queue. Don't worry. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff that went down regarding that, but not all Joy fans are bad. There are some that are actually decently level-headed, and I'm glad to see them start kind of asking more questions. And even then, if they disagree, that's fine. that may still very well happen. Okay? That may still very well happen. That these things, they happen. Okay? But at least they took the time to find out for themselves, to actually have an opinion and something to back it up. I could care less if we agree or disagree. I can still respect that. I can still agree to disagree. We may still vehemently argue. You may still think that I'm nuts. That's perfectly fine. But I can always appreciate a mindset that critically thinks, that asks questions, that tries to get different sides of the story and stuff, even if we wind up just not agreeing in the end. That's life. Oh god, don't even get me started on the coffee enemas. I can't believe still that she was trying that shit. That no, nope. Brain bleach. Oh, no, good god, no. That was fucked up. One thing that Katie was doing something with like coffee. Yeah, she was trying to deal with her sickness at one point with coffee enemas. That's in the vid too. Intellectual discussion about peaches. Probably. I'll keep that on the docket for you, Juicy. But, there was one thing that I saw here. Okay, to the people that are feeling stupid, to the people that are feeling like I should have seen this, I understand. I'm sitting here 10 years. You don't want to know, Chamber. You're right. Ignorance is bliss. It really is. But, I'm sitting here 10 years later and I'm going, I should have seen this shit. I called her out on this shit a long time ago. Slammed the door in her face, said, I'm done. And then I went back into it. And I should have just let it go right then and there. But I went back into it again, and back into it again, and back into it again. I took them back in. Felt sorry for them, tried to work with them. Everybody and their brother, sister, aunt, and uncles tried to work with them, and then she went through this crap with one of her exes. And you want to talk about pure evil? That guy was pure evil. I will say that guy was absolutely pure evil. And nobody, no matter how fucked up they are, deserves to be treated like she was treated by that man. I still think he's scum of the earth, and if a bus hit him the next day, that would be one of those few cases that I would sit back and cheer. But, yeah, nobody does really deserves something like that, though. No matter how screwed up they are. But that's just my take on things. So as far as, like, hindsight goes, don't feel too bad. You're not sitting in my shoes right now. I'm sitting there going, okay, at least they can say it was just a month or a couple of months. I'm sitting here 10 years later going, Phil, what the fuck is your excuse? Okay? Plus I enabled that shit, no less, too. That is really fucked up. So, I definitely understand where you're coming from, but don't hate on yourself. You know, we'll all get through it together and life goes on. That's how this is. It's a learning lesson. You could have learned it a lot worse than other people did. So, no, I don't hate. I extremely dislike, but I don't hate. Hate is so much worse than that. I don't know what's gonna get ugly. I don't think this. Who's pure evil? It was an ex of hers. That man was pure evil. And even that was a really messed up situation, but whatever. I hope it doesn't get ugly, Chambers. I really hope that it doesn't. If that happens, then it's only gonna come back and bite her. She doesn't seem to understand right now that everybody is watching her a lot more closely than she realizes. Certain people just aren't saying stuff, and she's already burned some really deep bridges, and she's not even aware of it. It ain't hard to really notice, but she's already burned some bridges, she's not aware of it. And people are just sitting quietly on the sidelines, and I'm sitting there going, oh crap, I see this, and I see this. It's a-coming. The dominoes are falling, and it's a-coming. It's not a good thing, right? And honestly, I don't like Katie, but the day that it all comes full circle and all of that comes back to catches up with her, I am not going to be celebrating it. It's not going to be a good occasion. It's going to be a very tragic occasion, a very big waste of a skill set that could have been used to do so much more good. As far as how much more good, with the talent she's got working people, what she's doing now is a grain of sand in the desert compared to what she could be doing. It's just a sad, tragic waste that is wasted on her own screwed up issues and her own screwed up ego that doesn't know when to quit. She's promising everyone she's going to drag the hell out of everyone soon. Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe, maybe not. She's going to drag the hell out of herself, maybe bore everybody to tears. Oh, the train wreck ain't over by far. Train wreck ain't over by far. But, and I find it really... I agree, Lotus. I don't like how she treats people and why she thinks it's okay, that she thinks that she can just make enough excuses, hide behind her fans as a shield, and just get away with it. That kind of stuff is wrong. People that are social media figures have a greater responsibility to their audience. Oh, no worries, Jasmine. I should be being posted to my YouTube, but I'm going to, it will definitely list, and I just have to mark it from unlisted to public. I think it's really ironic in a way, because she wanted the fame, she wanted the fans, and she doesn't realize that the more fans she gets, the closer she is bringing herself to her own ruin through her own behaviors. There is nothing that I can say, or anybody else can say, that can do as much damage to her as she is currently doing to herself. It's one thing to criticize me. She can criticize me all day long. Okay? But, when you go out of your way to prove your critics right, especially with the excuse of, well, they're going to criticize me anyway, so I'm going to do whatever, then that's on you. That one's totally on her at that point, and it's her own fault. It is her own fault. I do feel sorry for her. I do feel badly for her, but that is not an excuse or justification for what she's done, and she is responsible for her actions, and for once in her life, it's about damn time she take responsibility. I do not recall a criticism to date, especially regarding all of this, that she did not try to make an excuse out of, manipulate her way out of, or blame on someone else. It's not my fault. It ain't the lolcow's fault. It's not, random people's fault. It's her own damn fault, her own ego, and her own actions. She needs to hold herself accountable to that. And her fans, if they really want to support her, need to actually hold her accountable for that. Which some of them do. Some of them do, or they at least try to. So I give them props for that. It's funny because, Chambers, I was actually talking about that to someone. They were talking about you, and I was like, it's funny, because if she had just left Chambers alone, it probably would have smoothed over just fine, and, you would have just kind of looked at things and been like, whatever, and then just, again, it wouldn't have been like a ruined friendship or anything like that. You just would have been like, okay, whatever, that passed, and now here we are. But, she just had to go start shit. Oh, it wouldn't have? Well, I'm not that privy to y'all's conversations, so that was just the way that I figured it. And Chambers, you have to figure, internet personality, people will talk. So anytime your name pops up regarding Joy, it'll pull up. Same with Repsion, same with Mundane Matt, same with all of that stuff. It's gonna pop up. So, yeah, that's what I meant. That you would have, that there was possibility that you would have reconnected afterwards. I'm gonna post that. Really? Cannot type today. Nishi Statu, which for those of you that are not very familiar with Latin, and I'm only somewhat familiar with it, means that which will not kill you only makes you stronger. Personal motto. Yeah, considering everything that she's doing now, she has no idea that how many sets of eyes are actually watching her, and that that people are not commenting, and they're being very quiet about it. But holy crap. They are noticing it. They are noticing it. Her Patreon. Oh god, that train wreck. And I understand people just donating to donate, but all of that stuff there is a ripoff. Like a major ripoff. Like $3 to hang out with her and be added on social media. $3 a month. For a free service. a free service, $3 a month. And I will even go so far as to give those people the benefit of the doubt and say that because they just wanted to contribute more than $2. So they said, here you go. Okay? Then we get further in. $50 for a one-time voicemail. $50 a month. That's like $600, folks. That is a very expensive voicemail. Again, that's a ripoff. $66.60 for chopping an onion with your name on it. Again, a one-time thing, but month by month by month by month. $69 for holding a dildo with a headshot, which is kind of cringy. Okay, whatever, but again, per month. I'm not commenting on the $1 million one because it's outright said that that's a joke, so I'll just take it at face value for that and try to give her some benefit of the doubt. But it's like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, the hell? Oh yeah, $500 a month for voice lessons. Look, she was very talented with her voice, okay? She let that go to pot. She hadn't worked on it in ages, okay? When that happens, you're very rusty. She did have a very, 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 very lovely singing voice, though, but she let it go. When that happens, you have to work with it again to get it going the way you would like it. Trying to charge someone $500 for voice lessons a month and putting that up on a Patreon when you aren't even working with your own voice is outlandish, to say the least. I don't know anybody that would charge that much for lessons, and look, I know she's taught voice lessons before, but it's not that professional grade that she should be able to charge that much. Yes, I know she likes to keep to Skype calls, she likes to keep to any that won't potentially leave a paper trail. She stopped doing that a lot after I started calling on her own stuff and saying, hey, no, it's right there. Oh, you want a good one, Chambers? Here's a good one. Let's talk Onision for a moment, because you're going to love this. So, Onision does his video where he responds to her very briefly. It's like one of the first time he actually responded to her. Okay? So, she messages me. And she's like, basically, she's like, oh my god, he like responded and all this other stuff. And later on, she tries to call me about it. And she is telling me that Onision, when he put that I don't want to die thing in his video, that he had photoshopped that and was trying to make her look bad. And I'm sitting there going, Katie, no, that didn't happen that way. That's not true. I remember that video. You do have that video. It's right here. It's right there in your feed. And she's like, no, it's not there. You're misunderstanding. You're overlooking something. And I'm like, Katie, it is on your feed. Oh no, it gets better. She's trying to convince me, and I'm like, woman, do you want me to link you right now to your own video that I am staring at under your channel videos? Oh, well, I must have forgotten then. You know, I'm having this brain fog issue. Again, convenient brain fog. It's really, really super convenient. And I'm sitting there going, did this woman just try to bullshit me? Did she really just try to bullshit me to my... Okay, whatever. Maybe it's nothing. Whatever. But it's just... Like, again, it's right there on her page, and she's trying to convince me that someone photoshopped it to make her look bad. Just like she tried to tell me that Onision made that video when it turned out to be about Blair White and that it had to be about her. And I'm like, I'm not seeing anything here regarding you. Okay? There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work when it comes to stuff that Joy says. Oh, and then, of course, we have the part where she's talking about Kathy and how Kathy got pissed off because of something that she saw on her site regarding Alex Jones. And I watched the vid because, of course, I want to see what it was they were talking about. I get curious, and I like to see what's going on. Exactly, Chambers, it did. It did. Hello, Layman Guarded. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet everybody who... She claims a lot of things, Zemin. But, so... I looked at this video with the Alex Jones thing, and it was just a simple matter of, in the video that she linked, it said InfoWars at the top. It's an honest mistake that I think anybody could do. What does she do? My brain fog. And I'm sitting there going, fuck that shit. That ain't no damn brain fog. Doesn't work like that. That is, look, my response would have been, my personal response would have been to somebody criticizing me on one of my videos about that. Look, it's a tagline on a video that I included. It doesn't mean I support shit. It's just there. Deal with it. But no, she's got to take it up to 11 and claim brain fog. The fuck. Again, stupid shit. Stupid shit. It does not work. I agree, that is not how it works. But this stuff just keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. So. Hey. It is what it is. But that was just, like, catastrophic. There you go, for a bad pun. Brain fog is not selective memory. I am no medical professional, but I know at least that much. Hello, dying goddess? Actually, the best part of waking up is usually Folgers in your cup. I'm not much of a coffee guy, so I'll go with Earl Grey tea. I drink it black, maybe a little bit of lemon. Anyway, all crazy puns aside, because I have too many of those. You're gonna ask me. Yes, it was a Folgers joke. I'm horrible about the puns. Depending on my mood, I either have a lot of them or not many of them. It kind of varies. I was trying to make cheddar fries and they ended up made as nachos. That actually sounds delicious. I would try those. I would try those, Case Marie B. I would try those. I would totally try those. Cheddar fry nachos? Are you kidding me? That sounds freaking awesome. That sounds like something for freaking Doritos, man. Next time they're like doing like flavor challenges and stuff, you need to send that in, because I will buy the shit out of that. That, lasagna, and root beer. Yes, I still live in Clarksville. I'm pretty sure it probably hasn't changed much. Yeah, job market's crazy out here. I agree. If you like root beer, Chambers, try birch beer. I recommend Boylan's birch beer. They have a regular birch beer and red cream birch beer. Oh my god. If you like root beer, you're going to love that stuff. Yeah. No, Zemin, not too long ago, they actually had the Last Rivers and Spires down here. I'm not sure what they're going to replace it with. In typical Clarksville fashion, they are getting to it, or they have something in progress. Oh god, that sucked. Oh, sorry about that. Ugh. Yeah, I don't want to cough up a lung. I need those. Like I said, I still have that nagging cough, and every once in a while it gets heavy duty. Yes, Joy lived in Canada. Wow. One moment, I kind of recollect myself. That was one hell of a cough. But, I'm trying. I am trying. I will live. It's just a cough. It just makes my eyes water whenever I cough, so I look like I'm about to start crying. I'm not, so no sympathy stuff there. Please, none of that. You don't need more of that shit. Did who go to the same college? I never went to college. But, okay, so as far as Canada goes, she lived in Vancouver for a little bit. I want to say about a year? She was always... No, I definitely don't want to die anytime soon, thank you very much. I'm also not going to die, I'm in no danger of dying. It's just an ugly, irritating cough. And my elbow hurts. But other than that, you know, there could be... You know, I actually don't drink Martians. Although, with all this stuff, it's a wonder that I'm not drinking. Because you need the heavy-duty shit when it comes to dealing with Joy. Although, fun fact, this happened when I went to Rivers and Spire. They had a champagne smoothie. It was like a pomegranate champagne smoothie, and it actually had alcohol in it. Normally I can taste alcohol, so I don't like it. And of course I don't get drunk, because I don't drink. Very simple. I have tried it once or twice, and didn't like it, and that was just the end of that. But I said, what the heck, it sounds interesting, I'll give it a whirl. Maybe I won't. I did not taste it at all, but oh god, for a moment I was acting like I was drunk. So if anybody's ever wondering how apparently I am as a drunk, because there was some discussion about that, apparently I'm a silly chatty drunk. Which is nice to know. And I wasn't even drunk, I was just tipsy. But apparently I get silly and really, really, really chatty. So calling myself a drunk is very, very super far-fetched, because it was like one capsule, I'm like, oh hey, this is weird. This is really weird. Oh, everybody needs more attorneys these days. Yeah, no, it's not fibro. Not fibro. Just a flu. I had the audacity, decided to feed my craving for a Big Mac, and apparently the person did not follow health procedures, and so I wound up with their illness. So last week was a pain in the ass regarding that. And I don't mean donkeys. I had a fever twice. My voice went to shit very briefly, so I had to call out of work one day. That was not fun. Not fun at all. But, as you can hear, my voice is definitely alright now. Only a little tiny, tiny scratch, but pff, that ain't nothing. I'm offended at how I got sick. Jeez. So now all I have is the nagging cough and the sinuses that get with it, because for whatever reason, if I start coughing, my eyes will sometimes water, my nose will run, all that stuff. Oh, Joey's gonna screech out at anybody and everybody. She screeches out at people that even look at her wrong. Hell, she did that whole tweet of anybody, if you support people that don't support me, you're not welcome. But she's thought about harassment. No, not her. And honestly, Chambers, the more shit she throws at you, the worse she is gonna look. So, it sucks, but I will say this. Every person that has ever come into contact with her has had crazy shit happen to where their life suddenly takes a nosedive. But, and this is the really fucked up thing that I've noticed, every single time, the moment they said, nope, I'm done with you, their life suddenly swings back up. And she'll pop back up from time to time. I've seen this enough to notice it. Like, your life will be going fine, all of a sudden she'll call you and she'll want to do stuff, and next thing you know, life takes a nosedive. Then when you don't talk to her a bit, life starts picking back up, and then she calls you again, and then nosedive. So, the moment that people cut her loose, like the people in her past that she's burned much the same way she's thrown shit at you and myself, their lives have taken monumental upswings. Case in point, the day that I said I'm not supporting her and I'm done with this shit, my favorite birch beer got stocked, I got a raise, which should actually be in this week, and as of next week, I'm promoted to another tier, which will give me an additional $1 to $3 raise an hour. All at the same time! If this is supposed to be my negative karma, I can't wait for my good karma. So, she is not new to social media bullshit. She had a YouTube channel going back a couple of years where she was doing some song videos. And she was singing to Phantom of the Opera. It really wasn't for it. No way, that ain't gonna happen. Because there are people that have come in here that totally disagree with me, and that's fine.